Different companies have different titles for their employees, so understanding the roles and hierarchy can be confusing. Among C-suite positions, the vice president and director are some of the most misunderstood and yet most important roles in an organization. While this differs from organization to organization, a basic corporate hierarchy structure goes something like this. It begins with executives who work in a team under a manager. This manager is one among many others from different departments. Above the managers come the directors of the different departments. The vice presidents are in charge of those directors. After that comes the other C-suite executives, who all report to the CEO. And finally the board of directors. Typically, a vice president is one of the top leaders of an organization. In mid to large companies, the vice president is in charge of managing the overall functioning of the company, implementing new policies, formulating strategies, and meeting with the board of directors regularly to update them. In even larger companies there might be a vice president for each department, such as vice president for corporate communications, marketing, finance, and human resources. In some instances, companies might have multiple positions above vice president as well, such as senior vice president, executive vice president, and senior executive vice president. And some below vice president as well, such as joint vice president and assistant vice president. On the other hand, a director heads a department. They lead managers of teams within their department. In large companies, a director is usually in charge of just one functional area, so they have titles such as Director of Marketing, Sales, or Operations. While, in small companies, a general director could lead managers of all departments. A vice president's role is dependent on the size of the company and the company itself. Usually a VP is tasked with overseeing daily activity and productivity, directing the company's public image, illustrating budgets and goals for the director, and managers working with the CEO and board of directors to uphold the company's policies, strategies, and goals, leading the company's internal culture, regularly reviewing the company's strategy and innovations. Since a director manages a department in a company, their roles vary depending on the department. But there are some common responsibilities, such as leading managers and overseeing their projects, reviewing employee performance, developing new policies and strategies for their department, implementing departmental policies changes, developing department budgets, sales, and sometimes even payroll, making sure things run smoothly. If the roles are to be compared, vice presidents function more strategically, while directors have a more tactical job.